right, welcome aboard, boys and girls. It is time for State of the Atmosphere. We got a lot to talk about tonight, including the season ending of House of the Dragon. We got our first teaser for The Last of Us, the rest of the pop culture update, including the Sweeney Spot. All that and more tonight on State of the Atmosphere. All right, welcome aboard. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and of course, I've got my guys along with me tonight, starting with Knock. How are you tonight, buddy?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's the middle of the week, as always.
Hump Day, as they call it.
Yeah.
Yes. It's fun to hang out and talk about the stuff coming up this weekend, for sure. Also, we've got John Das Wolfen. What's going on, man? How are you?
Not a lot. Doing pretty good.
Cool. Jed, what's going on tonight, bro? What are you mad about tonight?
Nah, I'm mad that people kept waking me up when I was sleeping today.
Damn it, Spawn.
Yeah.
What the hell? And they're still lighting you up. Look at that, man.
No.
They have no
That's
consideration whatsoever for people on the West Coast, especially ones that sleep in till 3. Damn it! What's wrong?
I woke up. I kept getting woken up. Somebody woke me up at 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And it was
just a never-ending.
It was a never-ending. I was like, you know what my schedule is.
What is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the chat. I hope you get enough coffee in you to get better. It'll be all right. But you know who's the first one in, as usual. He checked in at 12:27 today. I don't know if he's watching right now, but my man does not want to be beaten when it comes to...
Dude, that was at 10 a.m. my time.
Yep, that's right. He was here.
There are some who call me Tim.
And Wookie Be Bad has stepped in to say hi to Tim as well. What's going on, man? How are you? Uh-oh. Wait. Let's see what he's got. Ghost of the Badlands. What is this, man? Tell me.
Razor Fist Sport.
Oh, okay. All right.
Razor Fist, the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy?
No. That's Razor Face.
Oh, Razor Face. Okay, sorry. Wrong body part. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
No, Razor Fist is a really good YouTuber, man.
Yeah.
He's been around a long time.
He lives out here where I do. So
yeah, he's out in Arizona. And that's cool, man. That's more of his pulp fantasy stuff.
Yeah, it's like a cowboy western style thing.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, it's good to see you, Wook. Good to see you. Tim, thanks for checking in early. I don't know if you're on the show right now, but he's tired of getting beat being the first one.
He probably got the notification he's coming over.
Right. Vince is here.
I don't know if that counts.
Good to see you. He's saying hi to everybody. Yeah. Maniacs, man. Maniacs. Yeah. A bunch of people that watch this. But anyway, all right, guys, let's start off tonight with the pop culture update like we always do. We always look at the box office numbers first. And of course, Deadpool versus Wolverine is killing it again. I don't know if it's gonna break Inside Out 2's record but 19 days is what Inside Out 2 did $1 billion in, and that's the fastest ever. So we'll see. We're in day what now? Let's see. It's
isn't it?
No, it's
let's
not
say
day
like
20 yet.
16. It's like 15 or 16 or something like that.
Something like that. It's been 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow, I think. So yeah. So actually, I think it's right at 14 days. I think right now. So
and
it has the weekend
to do it.
much.
It's got this weekend to do it. So
I mean, it made $12 million on Monday night. So I mean,
it's setting
on a Monday freaking night. So
in the 2 movies that I will see, go see Deadpool, Wolverine, go see Twisters. They're both
I hear
movies.
Twisters is good.
Twisters is really good.
Some money, man.
Yeah, it's saying here it's expected to break $1 billion by the weekend. It's at $407 million domestically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Twisters and Deadpool are your 2 movies to go see right now.
Right now, worldwide, it's sitting at number 2, right behind Inside Out, with just short of $900 million.
Yeah, it'll get it this weekend.
All right. Don't hate me now, but I'm gonna go see Borderlands on Saturday. But the only reason I'm going, hold on, the only reason I'm going to see it is because it's free. All right, I'm not paying for it.
But that's like self-torture. You know they're going to lose they're going to lose 75% of their money. It's only expected to hit 10 to 20 million. It was $100 million movie.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on going to see it, but my parents wanted to, and so they were like, they're bringing tickets for all of us, all my brothers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go see a free movie.
Well, yeah, of course, and you can bring us a review because I guarantee I'm not going to see it. If I go see anything this weekend, it'll be either Twisters or Deadpool again.
Yeah, go see. I'm gonna watch Borderlands when it comes up somewhere else in the.
When I send him the link.
Huh?
He's gonna watch it when I send him the link.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, Wookie hooked me up the other day.
My Jack Sparrow hat's here somewhere.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Nice.
Some movies I just gotta see in theaters, though. I don't want to.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you on that. Yeah.
I think you're gonna go watch Jumanji with guns.
Again, I wouldn't have watched this on the seas either. So the fact that it's free, that counts.
Yeah. So I'm expecting that. I've had 2 people that I know that saw it in the first cut and the second cut, and now there was another person that told me there was a third cut of the movie. They said each and every cut is terrible.
It bombed with test audiences.
Yeah. I had buddies that went to go see the test movie. 3 times it bombed.
Well, you got to remember that the guy producing this and the guy that's pulling all the strings is woke, completely woke.
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
And instead of getting Terry Crews for Roland, they got fucking Kevin Hart.
Terry Crews is
I feel like Kevin Hart's the reason why my parents wants to go see it. So.
Right.
They love Jumanji.
Kevin Hart isn't Roland. I'm a real
my parents
I love
shit about freaking Borderlands.
Okay.
I'll admit the first Jumanji with Kevin Hart and The Rock, I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, I will.
It was a good take. It was a good take on it instead of remaking the original movie.
Yeah.
And it was fun. The second one just kind of like more of the same, and it got kind of boring.
Yeah. It was just like.
Well, we'll find out what it's like from Knock next week.
Oh yeah, and I'll probably be watching it with Kay because we want to see how bad it is. So.
Go ahead and hate watch. I'm not going to see that movie.
No, it's because right now we're going through Borderlands 3 right now, so we're gonna.
Video game. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never played any of the video games either, so I've got.
I've gone through Borderlands 3. Like I have 6.
But everybody that's played that game that I trust has just totally poo-pooed Kevin Hart playing.
Yeah, dude. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard what you said. But I'm talking about other people.
Hart lately was that one interview he did where they had jangling the keys in front of him. He's like, ooh, 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 because little baby.
And then you hear me in the background going, well.
The original Jumanji skipped the remakes with the Pebble.
Yeah.
The remake did not hurt the first movie at all. is completely different.
I was fixing to say it doesn't look anything like the.
Yeah, it doesn't even seem like it's the same movie other than the video game's named Jumanji.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know one movie that is killing it, boys and girls, and that's this one. Deadpool and Wolverine is continuing to pile up the records. The ones that got this week that you may not know about. Of course, it's the 6th biggest domestic opening ever, behind about everything that Disney owns now, but they didn't start out producing. 2 Avengers movies, Spider-Man No Way Home, and a couple of well, those are a couple of Disney movies, the Star Wars movies, but let's see. 4th biggest Hollywood superhero opening behind the 2 Avengers movies and Spider-Man. Biggest R-rated opening ever. It beat out what I think it was Deadpool 2 or Deadpool, the original one.
It beat out both movies.
I thought Joker was on the top list.
No. Well, it is, but it's like number 5 now behind it.
Yeah.
Biggest July opening of all time domestically, miscellaneous records. They've got the movie scored the biggest domestic opening since Spider-Man No Way Home, which is almost 3 years ago. Midweek North America records. They've got the record for every day of the week now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's just crazy, man. This thing is piling up the records, and I think it is going to break in and out.
And they're keeping it going on social media. Ryan's constantly posting stuff. Channing Tatum released a video becoming Gambit. Jennifer Garner released a video becoming Elektra. Where's the Snipes video?
Yeah, where is that at?
Him sitting back smoking a cigar, drinking a whiskey. I'm Blade.
Right. Yeah, right. Man, they'd cash in if they made a Blade movie with him in it. It would be ridiculous. How did Last Jedi make it on that list? Well, a lot of people went to see it, buddy.
A lot of people went to see it. A lot of people heard about it.
I don't make the news. I just reported. Okay?
Surprise! People like Star Wars. They had
Rise of Skywalker's not on that list.
One of the rumors I've heard recently is that they put Blade back on the shelf because of the Wesley Snipes popularity.
And if you saw this, and then there was also a rumor, and I got really pumped. I said, dude, I would love it if they made a Blade, Deadpool, and Wolverine movie.
Well, I don't know about that, but
there's no reason.
Ryan Reynolds is pushing for Blade one last time.
Yeah.
Wesley needs his.
I know. How old is Wesley now?
Hang on, I'll find out.
I ain't gonna complain if he
I still say you could do it the same way you could have done the last Indiana Jones. You just have him sitting there talking, telling the fucking story.
Right. Have somebody else play the part.
You have the young guy playing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
He doesn't need to be doing flips and kicks and all that shit.
62 years old.
Oh, he's 62. He might be all right.
He's still bad after
62. He'll be okay.
You know?
If Liam Neeson can still do action, he can do action.
Right? Come on, man. Jeez, man, that's crazy. Okay. Also, coming up this weekend, we're going to have the Battle of the Married People. Ryan Reynolds versus Blake Lively at the box office this weekend. Deadpool and Wolverine to slay again with $50 million. It ends with Us to begin with 23 to 30 million. This is of course, projections for the box office.
And you see Ryan is doing press for this.
I'm sure he is. Why wouldn't he help his wife out?
Where he's doing the interview with the guy, and then Hugh Jackman's there. Ryan runs his mom is there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. It's a family affair, apparently, man. But this is based on it's not a romantic comedy. It's more of a love story type thing. But it's based on a very popular book, apparently.
Kate wants me to see this, and I just don't know if I want to see
I was going to say, a lot of husbands are going to be dragged to the theater to see this thing.
I'm going to get dragged. She was already
I don't mind watching Blake Lively.
Oh, I don't either.
I don't mind watching her.
Not at all. Have you ever seen... Matter of fact, let me look that up. I showed it to my wife the other day. There was an interview she did during the first Deadpool on one of the nighttime shows, and God, it's so funny, man. She was on a plane with her daughter, and the story is just funny as hell. Talk amongst yourselves real quick. I'm going to see if I can't find this real fast. Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't know what that movie was, and I kept hearing it come out of her mouth, and I was just like,
"Yeah,
what is that?"
All right. Let's see. Where are you? I just showed this to my wife the other day. I watched too many videos. I got to tell you.
Meta shut down the company that made Order 1866.
What is it now?
About
Say
time.
Again? Say that again.
Meta shut down the company. What is it? I forgot the name of the company now. Let me look it up.
You say Meta?
Ready at Dawn. Yeah. Yeah, they got bought by Meta.
That's just
I don't even know.
Well, they also did the
Here it is. I got
titles for PSP.
Well, okay, I didn't. That game wasn't as bad as everybody said, but it still there was problems with it.
It's one thing I hate about sports. They just keep running.
Yeah, I went through that whole game. So yeah,
you guys got to hear this. This is pretty damn funny. This is when she was. This is during the first Deadpool run, the first movie. Right? Check this
out. The first day that we've missed together. So I was on a plane with my baby, James, and it's kind of torture these days because I'm on a plane and everywhere I look, every screen is my husband in a sex montage throughout the holidays with another woman because everybody wants to watch Deadpool on the plane. Everyone. For 14 hours having awkward. Your husband having like mashed potatoes eaten out of his butthole.
No, yeah, all right.
That's in the film. It's lovely. It's a cool and unusual form of torture. And then my daughter goes, Dada!
Yeah.
And then she starts like hugging and kissing the screen
Baby
and
James.
waving at him, and he's not waving back, and she doesn't understand why he's not waving back at her because she thinks it's like FaceTime.
No, sure, of
and
course.
It's because Daddy's, getting it.
No, yeah.
The mashed potatoes.
No.
That is crazy, man. You imagine? That would be funny as hell. Oh my god. But yeah. I have no problem with Blake Lively. If my wife wants me to go see that movie with her, I will.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna.
My local AMC theater has relaxing chairs and a bar, so I'm good to go. No problem. You'll get a shot of Jack or a Corona anytime.
Dude, I'll probably pop open a Guinness and drink it.
But anyway, speaking of funny, Joe Rogan's latest comedy special dropped last weekend. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but apparently it made some people upset. Joe Rogan slams COVID vaccines, mocks trans people in live Netflix special, Burn the Boats. Anybody who complains is a Yahtzee. I got this from the quartering now. I really couldn't find too many clips of this. So
I'm shocked that Netflix
is a montage.
This
is a montage that he put together for his video about this very subject. But what he did was he mixed it with Ricky Gervais's crowd reactions during his roasting of them at the Golden Globes. Okay, check this out.
It's just good to see everybody having a good time. The country's almost back to normal before World War III. COVID was just so strange. We lost a lot of people during COVID, and most of them are still alive.
Hey, there's the kid catcher himself, Hanks.
There's a lot of people that I don't with anymore. Before COVID, I would have told you that vaccines are the most important invention in human history. After COVID, I'm like, I don't think we went to the moon.
Nope.
I
agree with him.
We went to the moon, Jed.
He's fucking around, Jed.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't think Michelle Obama's gonna, but I believe all that other.
I'm gonna have to watch this because I am a fan of Joe Rogan. So
I'm shocked Netflix hasn't edited yet.
Somebody needs to face swap Obama's face into Will Smith and have him say that. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Right.
yeah. Missed opportunity on editing there.
Right, that would have been good.
Well, whoever his editor is a 10 out of 10 editor.
But what's funny is you see a lot of people trying to cancel him of it, but you're not going to cancel Joe Rogan. I mean, first of all, it's a comedy show, so I mean, if this politically correct movement has messed up anything, it's comedy, and it's starting to make a comeback now. People are getting kind of fed up with this stuff, and they're ready to laugh about it again. And I think that's proof right there that you know, that we're able to watch this kind of stuff again. Thank God, because
so
I
my
love
thing
good
is,
comedy.
you know, there's been a couple places to hide from all this political correctness shit, and some of that is, you know, streaming. A lot of the streaming stuff. You know, you just had Trump on Aiden Ross.
Yes.
Did you see
we were
the
going to
clip
talk
of Kai
about that guy.
Cenat losing his shit about the Secret Service calling him?
Yeah. What? Who is it? What?
No. Joe is not paying attention at all to what you just said.
All right. So Kai Cenat's like the number one streamer in the world right now.
Okay.
And he's
and
not
Kamala Harris
kind of my taste.
King
He's a little too wild, but I give him credit. He said on stream that the Secret Service had called him 5 times about getting Kamala Harris on the show. Now he's had like Cardi B on. What's his name? We were just talking about him in the Jumanji movie, in the Borderlands movie. He's
Kevin Hart. Yeah, I watched that clip.
There's been a bunch of celebrities on his stream, and he says, "I am not doing it. I'm not getting political. I don't do politics." And he was pissed.
I respect that. You know.
Aiden Ross, on the other hand, had
Trump
on.
Political streamer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And he used to be a 2K streamer too, doing 2K.
First I've ever heard of him.
I don't know if it was a clickbait article, but I thought I saw one the other day where it said he was filing bankruptcy. So I mean, okay, I don't know.
He just gave Trump a Cybertruck, so.
Yeah, right. So I don't know if I believe that article anymore.
Hey, Ariel, what's up?
Well, what's up, Ariel? Good to see you.
Hope you're doing
but
good.
Anyway, I just figured you guys would get a kick out of that. I thought the Quarterings editor did a real good job of that piece right there. And I do want to watch that show. It was shown live, I think, Saturday night on Netflix, and you can watch the replay. I'm looking forward to it.
Joe, Netflix didn't cut anything out, did they? Or is it still the same?
It was
show?
live.
Said Netflix does not cut things out. Like
I can't speak to them cutting anything out of it.
Shit up.
Yeah, they didn't cut Dave Chappelle, and he's the one
cut the
that's
shit out of Chappelle's show.
I'm not talking about Chappelle's show. I'm talking about his specials.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They cut the shit out of his special.
No, they didn't. Where, Jed? Show me the article. That's not on some ridiculous rag.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never cut his stuff, dude.
That would have been way bigger news if that was a thing. Dave Chappelle wouldn't have done it.
Freedom Tune video? Oh, man. You want to see that?
She likes that.
I'll look it up during the show when we're talking about something else. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's a cartoon, and it's funny as hell. It's a short cartoon. If nothing else, I'll pull it up from me and Danny's stream and show it. I think I showed it the other night. Didn't we watch that on the Celebration show last Saturday?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, we did.
I'll find it if I can. But anyway, getting back to the pop culture update here, boys and girls. I had to show you this. It's really bad AI art. I can't believe there's actually a credit for this on here, but the Hollywood Reporter has an op-ed on it. It was the main thing when I went to check out the news today, and it's depicting Elon Musk against, I don't even know who that's supposed to be, but let's see. Oh, Jeffrey Katzenberg is who it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And the title is F these Trump-loving techies. Hollywood takes on Silicon Valley in an epic presidential brawl. So you can tell what kind of slant it has, but I just thought the picture was great with Elon Musk as Darth Vader. Now, I don't know how they're fighting because their hands are wrapped around each other's lightsabers. It's kind of really weird. That's why I said I can't believe. Who is this guy? Let's see, illustration by Justin Metz. Well, you might want to edit the AI art you create there, bro.
Yeah,
kind of goofy looking. Yeah, Ariel says
we're holding hands, bro.
Yeah, they might want to add like the little prompt that says lightsabers clashing.
Right? Yeah, maybe a lens flare in there somewhere or something. With them actually crossing each other. That's goofy.
Playing with it a bunch.
Yeah. I figured you guys get a kick out of it.
And Joe, I thought you appreciate this. I want to say hi to our peeps over on Rumble.
Yes, absolutely. I saw Vince over there earlier, and he's in both. It's good.
I'm over there now too. So.
If I've got the chat popped up. I already looked. If it was anybody besides Vince in there, I would have said hey to him. But if you're watching on Rumble and not commenting, thanks for being here.
Yeah, and like always, like I used to say on the Roadhouse or any of the other streams, if this does go down, go over to Rumble.
Yeah, go over to Rumble.
Okay.
I don't think Joe's going to get us kicked off. I mean, that's quartering. So yeah.
No, I always say that is
right.
You know.
Okay. Disney turns a profit in streaming as entertainment income soars. Well, their entertainment income, it specifically says because of Inside Out in this quarter, of course. That was helped a lot. But specifically the streaming, their revenue was $640 billion and income of $447 million compared to a year ago when it had losses of over $500 million. So they did better this time around. But that has a lot to do with, and it also says it here, it's kind of in brackets, kind of in fine print, Disney, Hulu, and ESPN. So, there's other things factoring into that, They're kind of cooking the books there, if you ask me. So.
A little underrated one was Futurama coming to Hulu.
Yeah.
They just started their new season.
That's a huge one, man. Huge one. Let's see. $640 billion. Like to try that again, Joe. Did I mess up saying it the wrong way? Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I got it wrong.
Don't you dare bully this old man there, Ariel.
She can bully it all day long. She's a babe. I let her bully me anytime she wants to. Now, as far as streaming goes, so John brought up an article that he found. That's the Aiden Ross Trump one. Where's the one for Warner? I thought you had one for Warner.
No,
he mentioned it, but he was.
Okay.
He never said
that's cool. Keep up that's fine. We mentioned this earlier. Aiden Ross gives Trump a cyber truck, a Rolex, and access a heavily male audience. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't even know who this guy was until I saw this story, and I watched some of it, and he had a huge bunch of MAGA people sitting behind him, and they were all young people. It wasn't a bunch of old folks. It was pretty neat. Has it got the video of those two doing that dance?
I'm looking to see,
but
I don't see it.
What about the streaming numbers? Does it have that on there? How many people were watching? 500,000. Did I see that right?
I guarantee you, like you said, if they crash their servers.
Yeah, it crashed their chat. For sure.
I only watched a little bit of it, but Aiden was actually talking to him like, hey, you're willing to answer questions, you're willing to take interviews, where Kamala still hasn't come out and taking any questions or anything like that. But when they ask you questions, they're throwing accusations at you and all, and you still answer them. Whereas they just ask what's your favorite ice cream to the other side kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically saying, "Oh, well, Trump's taking a bribe."
Yeah, it's look, man. I watched one thing. Thanks for that, by the way, John.
I mean, rich people get free things all the time, so I mean,
right?
This is not new.
I saw something with him. I think it was an African American conference or something like that.
That's one of the ones I'm referring to. Yeah. It was the black journalists. Like that's the Black Journalist Society or something like that.
Yeah, they led him to believe that the candidate was going to be there and all this other stuff, and then
the very first thing was first thing they said was like, you've been said you're a racist and blah 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 blah. You said all these things, and like it wasn't even hi, hello, or anything like that. It was just straight into throwing accusations.
How are you, Mr. President? That kind of thing. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all.
I haven't seen a whole lot of Aiden Ross myself. I don't really do the whole influencer thing. I'd only seen a few things of like he one of the biggest things I saw was that he created some kind of like streaming house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
he literally paid this group of people to stream for a certain amount of hours a month. And he paid them like $50,000, and it was rent free, or $50,000 a month, and then they get whatever they get from the streams, blah blah. All they had to do was stream a certain amount of time.
Dude, I used to watch that knock.
And they didn't even do that, and he kicked them out of the house. That was a big drama thing. They got locked out and whatever, and it was literally like maybe 6 hours a night, for 5 days a week, if that. Like I think it was even less. Like they were not asked to do a lot.
He had some bigger names in there too.
and people were like, "Dude, I'd play for 24 hours a day if you gave me that kind of." It was one of those kind of scenarios.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think this. I mean, I think it was just publicity. I don't think he's going to keep it. Obviously.
No, that I'm just saying that's the only thing I ever saw of Aiden Ross was that he was
Yeah.
the sponsor for that, and that's how I first heard about him was when it all broke out, and they were the streamers were all crying about how they got kicked out of the house or whatever because they didn't stream enough. It's like Jesus, that's all you had to do.
Well, like I said, this is the first time I'd ever seen him. And he's young. What did it say? He's 23 years old. Good.
Yeah,
Lord.
he's one of these rich streamers.
Yeah.
Is that the story that I thought it was?
Yeah, I was wrong. I thought it was 100 billion. It's only 10 billion.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Wall Street Journal. Warner Brothers Discovery posts nearly $10 billion loss. Did I say that right, Ariel? Check my math. Check my math.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared some idiot company is going to try to come in and buy them up now.
Well, they've already well, Paramount's the one that's already sold out, right?
Yeah.
I think this new bundle with Disney is going to do them okay. I think that's going to help them out. But
it's going to want a subscription.
yeah, the hell with that. Hell with that. The headline's enough. We've known that that's the whole reason why the guy that heads it up was brought in because they were losing a truckload of cash, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Oh, I got something to show you. I just found.
Sure, go for it.
Look at this.
Where all the white women at? Blazing Saddles time.
I know. That's Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Let's see what we got.
Look at what Nerd Rock put up. Oh no!
Oh no! Entertainment Weekly block.
Yeah, dude, he really had to piss somebody off to get. I haven't even got that, and I was hammering them one time. They didn't even block me.
Well, a lot of those are just lists. You get stuck on a list, and you're blocked by all these sites because they use a list manager for that.
Yeah,
I tried to get blocked for
the latest of our crew that got blocked. What was it? 12 hours, John?
Yep. I got.
He got nuked on Twitter yesterday.
How did you get nuked on Twitter? You don't do anything bad on there.
Well, I replied to Joy Behar.
Oh, no wonder why. She's a cow, so.
Just buy out Warner Brothers.
Did you give her one floor, John?
Yeah, that's their goal. They want a monopoly on everything for sure.
Yeah, that's what
I got banned from a Twitch chat one time because I went into a Final Fantasy stream and apparently it was toxic to ask what's your favorite Final Fantasy game?
Oh no, there are people that are like that.
Very weird. I was like it was a Final Fantasy stream and I went in and I was like, hey guys, this is cool. I want to watch some Final Fantasy.
Online game?
What's your guys' favorite? No, no. I don't give a shit about the online Final Fantasy games. No, it was like 9 or 7.
Oh,
every once in a while I just watch a chill stream. But I went into it and I was just like, hey everybody, how's it going? What's your favorite ones? Mine's 9, and I got banned. I was like, what the fuck? And then I left. I was like, never came back. I was like, okay, you want to be that toxic? Because apparently, it's in a Final Fantasy, I guess in a Final Fantasy stream, that's taboo. You're not supposed to do that. Ask what your favorite.
No, that's bullshit.
Too much drama.
Knock, that's bullshit.
I don't know. That was my experience in a Final Fantasy one.
That sounds just like my Reddit experience. I decided to try out Reddit, and every time I said something somewhere, some fucking guy that was monitoring the chat told me I was doing something wrong. And I'm like, God, you guys are a bunch of fucking sissies. I'm getting out of here, man.
I got banned for putting a meme
Reddit
up
is
on
a
Reddit.
toxic place,
Yeah.
bro.
You can get banned on Reddit if you're subscribed to the wrong channels.
Yeah.
So I go on Reddit. I don't have an issue.
They totally nuked my account for putting a meme up on Reddit. Yeah.
I kind of like the Final Fantasy movie. Yeah, what's the name of that movie? It's all CGI.
Spirits Within.
Spirits Within.
I
actually really liked it too when it came out. I never got the hate on that one.
Oh God, that was terrible.
We were in a limbo of Final Fantasy. There wasn't much going on, and it came out just in time. And I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Well, cool. Speaking of games, we've got an HBO version of a game that just dropped its teaser trailer. We got our first look at season 2 of The Last of Us. I said I was going to watch this right up until the 9-iron comes out, but I don't know. From looking at this trailer, it looks like they may take the entire season to pull out that 9.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
see,
right.
do you know why they're doing this?
He left the show like midway through the season. Like they said he was done filming.
Really?
Like, midway through taping, yes.
They're gonna.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a reason for that. I mean,
because
the
people are
fact that
gonna
he
drop
lasted
off.
halfway through the filming is kind of telling that he's in there a lot
Right?
more than you would think.
They're changing it a little bit. They
Seems
must
how
be.
I don't know how much we could go spoiler wise on this.
Well, I tell you,
I
what,
don't know how you want to handle
hang on,
that, but
I
yeah.
will put a spoiler up real quick.
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
can talk about it real fast because
Yeah.
you know this is a subject I'm passionate about.
Oh, I know.
right.
Let's see. Let's put the thumbnail up. We're going to talk spoilers for The Last of Us right now because
Yeah.
most of us have played this game.
Yep.
When you see this again, and I'll put up a banner as well. Whenever you see the banner go off on the bottom of the screen and this thumbnail come back up, we are done talking about Last of Us. Hang on, let's see.
No.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Because if you haven't played the game, you don't know this information. So chill out for a minute while we talk about The Last of Us.
This is heavy.
I have
This
something
is
to say
heavy
about
spoilers. So.
Yeah, I have
Heavy
something to
duty
say about
spoilers
this.
here, boys and girls.
Yeah.
No, just
I know why they're doing
when the
this.
thumbnail
I'll
comes
say it.
back up, we'll be done talking about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, I'm going to show the trailer here in a second, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It looks like a lot of this is going to be they're going to extend that 20 minutes he's actually alive in the game.
So, Joe, you know the reason why they're extending it because they know the minute he's gone,
Nobody's going to
people are
watch it. Yeah.
Nobody's going to watch the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be lesbian fan fiction after that, and
it's going to turn into Apocalypse or whatever that
They're going to bring
Disney
back Bill and his
Star Wars
boyfriend.
bullshit
Right.
was, you know.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Although I think at that point I'll be watching for the Asian ex-boyfriend. 'Cause that guy's really cool actually. So his role is going to be really cool in that one.
I hear you. Okay, let's see. I didn't play the game, but I know, and I don't care. Gonna get some grubs and coffee. All right, Vince. Good to see
Well,
you.
and I tell you, here's what I'm hoping, because one of the requests that I've always had with Last of Us, and I'm hoping that because there's a precedent for this in the first season, I hope they go back in a flashback and add something that wasn't in the game.
Yup.
And I've always wanted a Tommy and Joel flashback.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like a legit one. So if there's a full episode of just Tommy and Joel when they first discovered like the Fireflies or whatever,
before
before
the Ellie
before
situation,
when they first broke up, like when they first left each other,
Right.
Separated, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Before they came back together in the first season.
Right.
So that's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm hoping why Pedro was there for so much of the filming is because they did extra scenes like that. That would be awesome. More
That would be
backstory with
cool.
those two is all I want.
I mean, in the second game, there is a lot of flashbacks with Joel in them. So yeah, I can understand why he was there for quite a few of it, but yeah, man.
Teaching her how to swim, things like that. Yeah, there's a lot of flashbacks.
Ariel, I got to tell you, let's see. Then why did people watch this in the first place if they knew he was going to get hammer time?
Why did you watch Fallout? Why do you watch Halo?
Yeah,
why do you watch any adaptation of any video game ever?
The first video game is top 5 to me. It's top 5 video games all time to me. My humble little opinion. Opinions vary. Everybody's got one, right?
Yep.
But the second one, not so much. I've never finished the second one. I just can't play as Big Mama Pump. I just can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Big Mama Pump.
That's it. I just can't do it, man.
I
want to kill her
didn't
at
mind
every
it as
turn.
much.
Joe, it's so fucking bad. The ending of that game.
I've seen it.
Terrible.
I've seen it. Trust me.
No,
I
he's watched it. He just didn't play it.
I just didn't. I know how.
I've never played it, and I never played the first one and never played the second one, but I know about what happens and understand why people are pissed off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Matter of fact, look, the reviews for that, because I really wanted to buy it when it was one of those things. I had already given up buying video games brand new, you know, because of the WWE 2K20 debacle, I had already given it up. And that was coming out, and I was like, oh. And then I saw Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers review on it, and he was doing video after video about it. And I was like, oh, shit.
So was Ryan.
I'm going to wait on this.
Doing it too.
And I did. I waited and got it later. And that was
I enjoyed the whole game. I think
my daughter did too. You guys.
I think what got repetitive was the gameplay, because at a certain point it just becomes the same thing. It's like it's like Uncharted.
Yeah.
Right. You know when you're going to get into a fight, basically.
Okay, guys. No more spoilers. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to drop this down here, guys. No more spoilers on Last of Us. We're done with spoilers for Last of Us. Let me go ahead and get the banner down. Okay. So, but let's check out the trailer real quick. Let's check out the trailer.
I actually haven't watched the trailer.
Okay, let me see. It's a teaser. It's only a minute.
Yeah.
It's only a minute long.
And I think I saw an article somewhere.
You're going to recognize a lot of the visuals.
Oh, yeah.
Look, one thing you got to give this series, the visuals are straight out of the game. They really are. It looks just like the game.
Yeah, I've seen some of the snapshots, but it looks exactly the same. And they did some side-by-side comparisons, too. But
let me set up my little...
I saw one article, and I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen. Oh, my God.
Come on, OBS, open up for me. Okay, there we go. And... there we go. And let's see. Streaming video. There we are. Set this up and that up. And I'm not going to change the speed. But
change the speed.
Yeah, it's a little trick I try and do to keep from getting hit
the
by
need for speed.
Well, I will go ahead and do it now that I'm thinking about it. I just pump it up to 1.25, trying to beat the algorithm, dude. That's all I do. Pump it up. Welcome. Okay, let's see. Full screen. Bump. And here we go. Let's check out the trailer. Or excuse me, the teaser. Whoop, wrong one. Hang on. Gotta switch. And this is what happens when you don't have a producer, guys. You got to do it all by yourself. Yeah, here we go.
Well, I'm the closest you have to.
I know. Here we go. This is the teaser for Season 2 of Last of Us.
Everything has changed since I brought her back.
Did you hurt her? Then what?
The dancing at the little town, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
What did you do? Joel Miller.
Who is that with the tattoos all over him? I'm wondering. That might be Abby. I don't know. But anyway.
That right there?
Yeah.
That's probably the kid.
That's Ellie.
Is that
She's got
Ellie?
a tattoo. That's her scar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did a tattoo to cover her scars.
Andy
That's
Smith.
right. That's right. Okay.
I am your consequence.
Oh,
I am your consequence, huh?
That's
That
him.
was-
That's him when he's dead.
that was
I
awful.
guarantee it.
Yeah, it was.
I hope that sounds better than that, because that sounded awful.
Yeah.
She was way more emotional than that.
Don't care.
Did you see that? That one I remembered right there. Hang on, let's see.
That scene
The
right
fence.
there.
Because that's when they run into each other. Remember? Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a good actor joining the cast there.
Jeffrey Wright, yeah.
What happened? I saved her.
And that's it. That's all we got so far. But you saw the visuals look a lot like the game, man. They really do. I've always noticed that about
Borderlands looks a lot like the game.
It does, huh?
To a point, Wookie.
Does it really? I mean,
It doesn't look like it looks like Pandora.
It does, but then you have all these fucking
So
actors that they shouldn't have got.
He's not talking about the casting.
right? He's not
I'm not
talking
talking
about
about
Oh, the movie looks like Pandora. It's just the other part.
I just dropped you a thing here with Eli Roth where he's blasting ageist in the industry with major casting changes.
What is it now? Okay, hang on. Let me pull it up. I don't usually. Let's see. Okay, hang on. Wookiee's going to keep me on my toes. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
That. Okay, let's see. Get in here. Paste and go. And get rid of that. Reshare. I have to reshare it. It's on 2 different monitors here. Okay. Go ahead and
I'll drop you some eye candy too.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll get to the eye candy here in a minute. Let's see. That's Mr. Bug. Is that the right one?
Yeah, click on the screen time there.
Click on the screen time.
Yeah.
The video. I'm sorry. I didn't know what you wanted to do here. Okay. So this is Eli Roth, the guy that's making Borderlands. Yay. Let's see what's up.
Why did you decide to go down the route of those changes?
It wasn't about changing age. I'm reading the script and I'm not thinking about the game. I'm thinking about the movie. I'm not thinking
off.
Person is a certain age in the game. They have to be that. Yes, Tiny Teen is a kid. But for everyone else, I go, who are the best actors? And you're talking about the best actor in the world. You know, you go right to Cate Blanchett. She said yes. Once you have Cate Blanchett, I went to Jack Black to play Claptrap.
No, you should get the voice.
You know, I do think there's a tremendous amount of ageism in Hollywood. And it's kind of, I understand why people bring it up. But again, the games are the games, the movies are the movies. So,
and this is why you will fail, dumbass.
I was fixing to say, let me stop this for a second. Let me check this dude. Eli Roth.
This is why he will fail.
This is, you know,
his best movie he ever made was Hostel.
Yeah,
it was a
horror
movie.
Bastards was good.
Yeah,
but that's part of the problem with the adaptation. No, the movie is not the movie, and the game is the game.
Do we need to watch the rest of this video?
No.
Good.
No.
Thank you very much.
I would go see a Borderlands movie if it was fucking Borderlands. If it was the fucking game.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're a fan of the game. This is the thing these guys don't understand. They're cutting out a huge. The whole reason why you're making this movie is because the video game was popular. Why wouldn't you want to appease the people that played the game?
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
And that was our case with Halo.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of people that said, "Why don't you just do it an animated movie?" That would. People would go ballistic.
Because the whole thing about that, one of the reasons why I have not played Borderlands is the graffics look like a comic book.
Yeah, they're all.
I like.
Oh yeah, that's and that was an artistic choice for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Because if you play more of that video, Jed's going to have it.
Look, Ariel, Jed is not taking his shirt off.
You heard me. I was about to go ballistic on his ass.
Well, and Ariel, this is the problem that we have with these writers right now. Look at what's her name? The Indian chick from The Office created that cartoon, Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah, Velma.
Yeah.
Velma, right? Scooby Doo's not even a dog in it. He's a black guy. Like, it's so weird. Like, there's no original. You know, they're trying to create their own stories using the branding that was popular for another reason.
Yeah.
Like they're just masking it in a theme that we know of to portray their own little story instead of coming up with their own original story and characters.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's
and that's why we're not liking these shows. Fallout. True to the story, and we actually liked it.
Material. Yeah.
It actually, you know, and I think it was made a little easier because Fallout, the video games, aren't really story driven. They're a little bit more open, a lot more open. You have a lot more choices, so there's no real story to go through. And then you got, you know, Deadpool and Wolverine, where that was just fan service.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, I see.
Awesome.
There's people coming out.
Yeah, it was awesome.
People are coming out. It's a horrible movie. The plot sucks. Yes, the plot sucks. That's not the point of the movie.
You go it because it's fun.
Deadpool Wolverine for fucking cinema.
Yeah, there was too much gay. There was too much gay talk. Like what? It was literally deep Deadpool gushing. That was the joke. Deadpool gushing over Wolverine.
I can show you articles where there's these radicals in the gay community who think it's not gay enough. You know, just craziness, man.
Yeah,
look,
dude, he literally
hold
asked.
Hang on. I'm trying to say something. Just hang on, Jed. I love you, man. I love your passion. Okay. Hang on. Ariel gave me a tip, and I can't put it on screen, but I will copy it and put it in the chat.
Okay.
This is what she said, and she gave me $5. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. This is from her.
Thank you, Ariel.
Yeah, thank you very much. She says, watch Flash Gets Lord of the Rings, Pronouns of the Ring on here. Oh my God.
If you've never seen Flash Gets, you're missing out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Flash
All right.
Gets is,
I will definitely.
By the way, there's
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you. You're too kind to us. Love you. Go ahead.
Isn't there like a animated movie coming out with the Lord of the Rings, like Rise of
Rohan.
Yeah. I wonder if that's going to be any good. It just popped into my head. That's why.
I don't know, but I can tell you this. Before the turn of the century, they had Lord of the Rings out. It's just it was animated.
The movies were
awesome.
awesome.
Actually, that did that with
They
the
did
live
the
action
Hobbit.
They actually. No, I'm talking about the Lord of the Rings. The movie itself. It started with the Fellowship of the Ring, and it finished. Actually, it covers half the story. It finishes with the. Isn't it Gandalf's arrival to turn the tide at Helm's Deep? Isn't that where it ends?
I think so.
Yeah, and then they did Return of the King as a television show to finish the trilogy. But they had the first 2 books in that animated one. I mean, it was very concise. It wasn't near as good as Peter Jackson's movies. But it was the Battle of Helm's Deep that it finished on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I'll have to check out that Flash Gets, and I am looking forward to that Riders of Rohan one. I know I don't watch very many animated things, but Lord of the Rings, that's all we had for a long time. So I probably will watch that.
I like the 70s cartoons too. The Hobbit.
That's what we're talking about.
That is what we're talking about. Hobbit was part of that.
Ralph Bakshi stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the Ralph Bakshi stuff is 10 out of 10.
My whole issue with the Hobbit trilogy, and I'm sure it's great entertainment and everything, but I've never watched the Battle of the Five Armies. I quit watching it after seeing the Desolation of Smaug. They've got a bunch of stuff. It's a children's story, and they turned it into a trilogy with a whole bunch of characters that aren't even in that story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of the first books I remember reading as a kid, like an actual book.
Yeah, I bought my daughter.
I didn't watch movies because I heard it was so bad.
My daughter actually, I bought her one from the '60s, a hardcover printing with the maps in it and everything, and she collects them now. She buys them from different eras. You know what I mean? Hardcover copies of The Hobbit. She's got them to compare, and stuff like that.
Yeah, my buddy has a Silmarillion from the 1960s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the only book I read was the Two Towers, and that's because the Fellowship had come out, and I didn't want to wait for the movie, so I read the second book, and it turned out to be really awesome. And then I watched the movie, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, it's dudes.
It just missed the spider at the end.
It's my Star Wars, buddy. It's my Star Wars. I read those books when I was 11, and just changed my life, dude. Loved it.
I'm sharing a story that missed a lot of headlines. It should have gotten a lot more.
Okay, what do you got here, buddy? Google has an illegal monopoly on search. Judge ruled.
Hear about that today.
Here's what's next. Yes, that was a good one. I guess you could consider that pop culture, as in you have to go to Google pretty much to find anything.
Yeah, because they were buying the space on Apple and Android and all that to be the default.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Elon has his way, he's going to have that search engine come out.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
He's really thinking about doing a search engine of,
they got their class action lawsuit going on too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to do a non-woke, just the information that like it used to be.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. But I did see this story. And,
I just want Ask Jeeves back. That's all.
Right? Where'd it go? Where the hell did it go?
Yeah.
About Alta Vista.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you had eye candy for us there, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, he always has eye candy.
Look what he has for the eye candy. Oh my God. It's Olympic eye candy.
You Wookie, you're not showing that.
No, this isn't Olympic eye candy. No, I'm sorry.
No,
you're not.
I thought it was. This looked like.
No, I did not share the picture of the swimmers.
No,
I thought the picture of the guy that had his junk hanging.
No.
I wouldn't even put that up.
Why the fuck would you want to see that, Jet? Come on. Like, what?
No,
that's eye candy to you, Jet? I'm a little worried.
No,
this is some gorgeous, and I'm not really into Asian girls myself, but these archers are knockouts.
I did watch this. I did not this clip, but I did watch a little bit of the archery.
Wow, these girls they're good looking. That's pretty cool stuff, man.
Yeah, she needs to be in a movie.
Yo.
Yeah, one that you have to be 21 to watch.
Yeah.
Right? Hello.
And involves a cup.
Yeah.
Well, since we've moved on to eye candy, boys and girls. Yeah, thanks for that. Well, that's pretty cool. Since we've moved on to eye candy, it's time for some people's favorite part of this show. You know what I'm talking about. We got to get to it.
Let's fucking go!
Listen to it.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue? Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it. Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than that,
Mr. President, Ms.
Sweeney?
See you.
Have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
Yep, it's time for Martin's favorite part of the show, the Sydney Watch, the Sweeney Spot. The Sweeney Spot. First thing we found out, there's been rumors that, of course, if you don't know this, Glenn Powell has been cast in the, what's his name? Ben, what? I can't remember the character's name. It's Ben something.
Ben Simmons or something. I don't remember.
I can't remember his name.
Is it the Arnold Schwarzenegger running
the
man?
Arnold Schwarzenegger role from The Running Man.
Dude, that would be a perfect lineup right there because they got
Isn't
chemistry.
that a Stephen King book?
It is
Yes,
a Stephen King
it
book, and they're
is.
saying that this isn't so much a remake as more like a reboot because they're going back to the source material. And they were thinking that this character Ben has a crazy ass wife that becomes a stripper when he's in jail or something like that, and that maybe she might be playing that part. But we got confirmed this week by Collider that Sydney Sweeney will not appear in The Running Man alongside Glenn Powell. So yeah, that's the word out of Hollywood. She's not going to be in it with him. So you guys that are shipping those two, you're going to have to wait for the sequel to that rom-com they were in.
Okay, so if they would have put those two in that movie and they actually did that, they would have made a shit ton of money if the story was good.
Of course they would have been. Ariel, I have not seen this stuff, so I'm not going to sit here and watch it during the show and try and put it in. But if it's good, I'll check it out this week and we'll have it next week. Okay. I don't usually, I trust what Wookie's putting in here. He knows what kind of show this is. He's done my show several times, but I don't know what that is. And I don't really want to put it on right now. But anyway, she is also busy on Instagram this week again, but this time it's behind the scenes on her Laneig's new bouncy and firm plumping lip treatment as already Sydney approved.
I thought you said humping.
Yeah, right. Humping. Well, what I'm thinking is, look, I'll tell you what I think after we're done looking at this.
I love the comment.
Yeah.
Bouncy and firm.
That's what I'm saying. Is she talking about her lips or her chesticles? You know what I'm saying? What the hell?
She knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing. Yeah. This is her behind the scenes stuff and everything. Right? But play this through here.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Bouncy and firm. Really?
What are you talking about? It's crazy.
Stay bouncy and firm. Stay you. Stay bouncy and firm. Shh. Stay glowy. Stay firm. Stay plump. Stay bouncy and firm.
And that's it. That's what she's been doing. So there you go. You got your daily dose of Sydney Sweeney. And yeah, look, when she's a bouncing firm, really, I was like, God, she's got to be playing into this, right? Just crazy, man. But I am a fan of this chick, even though I'm not really into blondes. I just love her attitude, man. I think she's got the right attitude. To wrap up the pop culture update today, I want to put this one out there. Variety reports that House of the Dragon will end with season 4. Season 3 will begin production in early 2025. Now, if you read the article, George R.R. Martin is a producer on this, and he said that it would probably take 4 seasons to tell the story that he wrote. So this is going right along with what they were planning on doing, apparently, and we're going to get 2 more seasons. And we're fixing, and with that being the last story, I want to let you guys know that we're fixing to do a review of the, where is it? Okay. Oh, look at it. It's trying to fire it up. There we go. The last 2 episodes, actually the whole season 2 we'll talk about. So let me go ahead and put the spoiler tag up real quick, and we'll get to started on that. Hang on. Did you guys like this season? What did you think of it?
I feel cheated.
And yeah, we're going to talk spoilers, so hang on one second.
You want to feel cheated? I want the show after Game of Thrones. I feel cheated because they went backwards instead of going forwards.
Wow.
You know, that's what I want to see.
Well, that's a fundamental problem. We're not talking about that.
Right. Okay, look, when this thumbnail comes up and this banner goes off, then we're done talking spoilers for the last 2 episodes. So if you haven't seen those, you want to tune out for a little bit, because we're going to talk spoilers for that stuff. And we're going to talk about the whole season. So this whole season seems to be the setting of the chessboard for the war coming next season, is what it seems like to me overall.
Which is exactly how I felt at the end of season 1. Yeah. Like, we were supposed to get so many dragon fights in this second season. Like, it was gearing up. We had one. We had one. I feel so cheated. And that we have to wait 2 years to see this next series.
We'll get used to it, Knock.
And it's just, well, we don't have to. There's only 2 more seasons left. So we get used to what? Being disappointed? We've already been there.
What happened to season
already
7
been there.
and 8, you know?
Season 7 was fine. It was the last season of Game of Thrones. That was awful. But and then I'm curious of what's going to happen with that other show that they have coming.
There's a couple of different ones that they're going to tell. There's
Knights
one about
of
the
whatever or other.
The sea people's going to be one of them, right? Isn't it? The sea snake thing?
I haven't heard of that one, but
I don't know. I just know about the Knights of whatever or other.
Yeah. The Night of the Kingdom or something, and it's
something like
basically
that.
the Duncan Egg stories.
Okay. Well, I do know that we're supposed to get one about the pirates and stuff from like
Basically
1,000 years before
everything but the next book, which is why I refuse to read any of the books until the full thing's complete.
And he's not going to finish it.
And it's never going to happen. So I will never read the books. I have committed to never reading the book. I want to. I do want to read them.
John
but
on this.
Never going to read them until they're finished.
He has that last book done. They're going to release it after he's dead.
That's what Jed's theory is.
Yeah, John also has this theory too.
That's my theory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
that's what and Jed apparently got nuked by John for stealing his theory. No.
Dang, Jed, this is merciless.
I felt cheated when Uranus died. That's when I felt cheated.
Yeah, the one dragon fight. She gets.
The one, but it was a glorious death.
Yes, it was.
I wasn't touching anything. Yeah.
Well, in the season finale, I was. You guys explain the witch to me. Who is this witch that has
Nobody
been
knows.
fucking with Damon the whole time?
Nobody knows.
My wife thinks it's actually what's eye patch guy's name? Egan? Is that his name?
Amen.
She thinks that's the sister that he was threatening on the balcony, and she was like, nah, "What? Why are you threatening me? You know, nobody will believe you." Blah 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 blah. You remember that scene? She thinks it's her, and I'm like, "Really? Where are you getting that from?"
I don't know about that. I just think she has visions.
Yeah. But the vision that he saw was the song of Fire and Ice, right? Ice and Fire, whatever the hell it is. He sees the future of basically of Game of Thrones, right? Isn't that what the vision was? Come on, guys.
Sure.
Not what?
I didn't watch the Easter egg video, so if you're looking for things that we missed, I don't know.
No. I'm talking about the vision.
I don't know
we see.
this backstory stuff, but yeah, I agree. I believe that was the Fire of Ice.
Yes, right.
Yes,
the stuff we've
the
already
vision
seen.
of it.
Game of Thrones.
You had the little you had Daenerys and her three little dragons born of fire. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and it apparently made him side because he was sure seeming like he was leaning on, raising his own army and trying to take the throne himself, is what it looked like the whole season. But then when she showed up to check on him, all of a sudden he changed his tune. I didn't see that coming at all.
I hated his entire time in Harrenhal. I could have done without that whole story arc. Like it to me, it added nothing. Like he couldn't have found an army somewhere else. Like nowhere else in the entire 7 seas, five, whatever they have there. He couldn't find a different army. He had to go to the one cursed place where there's one witch that is waiting for him with one tree that he can, has to go back to every time for some cutscene. Like this season was kind of a disappointment for me.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, it wasn't good or bad to me. It was just, I was hyped
there was only
for that
one real good
dragon
moment.
fight. That was pretty cool shit, But
I feel like I had more memorable scenes from The Acolyte than I did from this show.
What? Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say good memories. I said memories. I said memories.
I thought it was interesting that the one I can't remember the names of these guys, but we've got 3 new dragon riders, and she's instantly trusting the one from the Sea Snakes family, right? Because she calls upon him to go with her at the end of it, right? To go see Daemon, right? At Harrenhal.
Adam Hall.
Right. And the 2 other ones that survived the episode before, which we never got a chance to cover because we did so much Deadpool stuff and Marvel stuff last week. But the 2 guys that survived them trying to get new riders, you've got one that seems like a very noble, head down, humble dude. And then the other one he's just a fucking drunkard asshole, isn't he? He has no couth whatsoever. And it's
that was such a very cool scene when he yelled at the dragon.
Yeah. But it's pissing her son off because he already doesn't like him getting people, of lower status. I don't know what this kid's problem is, but
You talking about Hugh Hammer, the blacksmith?
Yeah. No. Is he a blacksmith? I don't know. I barely saw this guy in the show. I must have been paying attention to something else or something, but he's an ass in the court, man. He's a complete butthead, man. He's lucky he hadn't been run through by somebody yet, the way he's talking to people, you know what I mean? But I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a jughead. I got a feeling he's going to get whacked.
He's the one that always talks it up in the tavern and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. That dude. And he's...
Claims to be part of a missing, long-lost relative and stuff like that.
Yeah. But, I thought he was full of shit until he got one of the dragons. That kind of feeds into his story, right? So...
Yeah, he's still kind of full of shit.
I think he's full of shit, too. But I love the other guy, though. He's the blacksmith, right? He's the one that's the blacksmith. Yeah, I love the other dude. I think he's cool. I really do. But yeah, it just seems like they're setting it up for... I'm just wondering when this war is going to start. Yeah. Go ahead,
So
Knock.
frustrating. I mean, I'm going to say the same thing. It's so frustrating that this was literally how we felt after season 1.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, a lot of stuff. We're gonna get some dragon fights. We're gonna drink some tea. Like, it's gonna be crazy. And no, we got one fight out of all these long episodes of nothingness.
Yeah.
Most of this season is forgettable.
Get used to it, brother.
Now the
mother, get used to it.
Now the queen mother of the Greens has actually met with her. First, she went into seclusion, right? She went out in the woods, wanted to get away from it all. She finally figured out that she doesn't matter anymore, right? They're now she knows why her friend, felt the way she did, right? And it's just their meeting was very interesting. But the only problem is she goes along with her son getting whacked, and letting them into the friggin' city. That's not going to happen now because the guy that isn't he the hand of the king, or am I wrong about that? I always think he's like Griemer Wormtongue. He's the handicapped dude that's been checking on the friggin' king the whole time. Has talked him into getting the hell out of the city because they're going to kill him. Basically his life's in danger. His brother's going to kill him.
He's the spy master.
Right. And he's basically convinced the king, you need to get out of here and just wait along the sidelines while all this stuff happens. And when everybody's at their weakest, come back and save the kingdom. Right. And they've left the city. So whatever deal they just struck isn't going to happen because he's not there. It's very interesting.
I feel like Renee is more concerned about Aemon than he
right
than the other
right
dude. So I feel like the deal could still stand.
Yeah, especially if he's gone.
He would just have a claim when he comes back.
Right, he'd have a claim, but with her, if she's on the throne by that time, he ain't getting that back.
Well, we already know that he does.
Does he? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't read the book, so
you don't have to read the books. You just have to watch Game of Thrones, which you
okay.
don't read any of it. So Joffrey has already given away the ending. We've discussed this before. We already know what happens because Joffrey, when he's walking around with what's her name, Natalie Dormer.
Natalie Dormer, yeah.
Really hot chick from the Flower People.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the dragon skulls
Mm-hmm.
in the basement.
Right.
He basically tells what happens to Rhaenyra.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So we already know what happens. We just don't know how it happens.
I'd have to watch it again.
It's one of those things that you just see clips of it. Oh, they've already given away the ending. Blah 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 kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's a prequel. I mean, that's like the Star Wars
prequel.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Like, so we know that he's going to come back at some point and supposedly kill her with her own dragon somehow.
So, do you feel like this whole season was a waste of your time?
A little.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. The ending. I felt pretty good about the beginning of the season, but I was expecting more fights, Yeah. And then we finally got one, and it looked like, all right, it's on. Now it's on. We got like 3 more episodes of fighting going on. No fighting. There's zero fighting.
The rest
now
of the
you know
season
how I feel.
Placing pieces on the chessboard. That's all.
Which I felt like they did at the end of season 1. Like
Yep, more of the same.
And so
do you know how many seasons I wanted them to do shit and it didn't get until like the Battle of the Bastards and all this other shit? It was like later on down the line.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop the banner for the spoilers, and we'll
spoilers.
Yeah, the spoilers. And then we'll throw up the thumbnail. We are done with spoilers, boys and girls, on Game of Thrones. Altogether, it just seems like more setting the chess pieces on the table.
And I guarantee you next season, it's going to be towards the end of the season.
Yeah, the troops are going to be marching. You're just going to see a bunch of camps.
Yeah.
Nobody actually attacks yet.
They're just. It's the story of the march.
This is what they're going to do.
And then winter comes, right? Yeah. Winter comes, and then like a short winter, and everyone freezes to death, and then it hampers their travels, so they can't get to places, and the dragons rebel for an episode, and something.
And in the first half of the season, it's going to be chess pieces, story, and then they're going to give you some hints for that last season, and then even in the 4th and last season, they're going to save everything to the end.
I don't know, man.
It's like a cop.
If half the cast doesn't die next season, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, they're going to save it for the 4th. Why?
That's all I'm saying. Half of them, at least half of them, need to die. Half of those dragons, half of everything, just die.
Yeah.
We need some death up in here.
It took her a little too long. It took her a little too long to find.
That was the other thing. Is
find
like,
the dragon riders. It just took a little too long. Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'd be waiting another season if that didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I forgot about too is the girl that was looking for the dragon in the wilderness. That was pretty interesting too.
Oh yeah, she took a whole episode to find it. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we got nothing but footage of her marching through the hillsides.
Yeah, God.
Slowly starving.
I don't care about her character at all. Like, she's not going to bring anything for me.
Oh, she's going to show up at the nth hour in some battle. You know what's going to happen with that.
I think it'd be funny if she like ruined whatever plan they were doing. Like,
right. Right.
She finally got a dragon, then she like dies in like first battle.
They better do the Damon and Aemon fight in the book or in the next season.
Oh, really? Ooh. On dragons?
I was a little sad how bitch boy he got in that last episode. I don't know, and I think that's contributed to him, unraveling a little bit. But I don't know. He's usually calm and collected, and he definitely wasn't that in the last episode.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Knock, you got your list of TV shows we can keep knocking down? What's up?
Oh, you want to go to that? Okay.
Yeah, we got to, man. We are done with everything.
We went through that stuff so fast. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, we did. We got through it pretty fast, man.
So we got 45 minutes to talk about this.
But when you got,
I don't even know what number we were on.
TV. Well, I know what number we were on. Just get it up there, man. I'll tell you what it is. I'm pretty sure we were on. Let's see. First time it was down to 78. And I think we're on 58. I think.
Yeah,
we'll go from there. Try at 58.
Or try 69.
Well, I know we had. Yeah, Homicide was one. I remember that we left on that one.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. Yeah.
Was this top TV shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a random list of found. So
yeah, we're just
end all be all.
House. We're done.
House, we're done, huh?
I actually dug
like
House.
Yeah.
I like House, Orange County.
69 is always the correct number. Oh, God.
BoJack Horseman was good.
Yeah.
I never got into it.
Okay, we
House
did
is
get
64,
it's
bro.
58, man. I think it's 58. I think we're on 58. Yeah, because
Twilight Zone should be up higher.
Line of Duty.
Where's the Carol Burnett show?
Yeah, Prime
That's
Suspect.
what I'm saying.
That's the last one we talked about. I'm pretty sure. Keep going to the next one.
I think we did.
We did do Oz. Keep going.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah,
I think
we
did
talked about that. Oh God, get it off my screen.
I think this is what we
That's
ended
where
on.
we stopped right there.
Yeah,
55.
MASH. We definitely talked about MASH.
55? Come on.
That was a huge deal when that show went off the air.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it
We
was.
talked about this big time last week.
Oh, yeah.
buddy. We wrapped the show.
Especially
with
that last
that.
episode. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were talking about how BJ couldn't say bye, and then he wrote it in rocks and took
And,
off on the
and
motorcycle.
then you have
and
After
yeah.
MASH, which, ugh.
Oh, that's who cares about
Don't
that?
get me started.
But that show,
Remember China Beach?
What's that?
China Beach, which was like the Vietnam era with the nurses.
Yeah, they had China Beach and Tour of Duty were a couple of dramas they had. Yeah, absolutely. But this one, it stands the test of time. You can watch this today and just laugh your ass off.
I did want to ask one thing before we continue on this list, though.
Sure.
Because it's coming up soon. Okay. Who's going to go see Alien Romulus?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Box set looked cool
Really?
as shit. The box set for it looks cool as shit. The giant alien head.
I was thinking about when I go to the Fairfax Con here in a couple weeks.
Right.
If it's not the weather's not too bad, I might go look for a theater nearby. Maybe go see it.
Yeah.
I'm not an Alien fan, but I'm going to be wanting to do stuff that weekend.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. First of all, let me answer Vince on this one. That was this episode right before the final episode.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
it
one
was.
where Hawkeye was losing his shit because he saw a baby get killed to keep it quiet in a bus.
Yeah.
That was horrible. It really was.
That was an intense episode.
But that was the greatness of MASH, though. They could get 1 second. It's kind of like watching American Werewolf in London, where 1 second you're laughing your ass off, the next second you're friggin' scared to death. In this one, 1 second you're laughing your ass off, the next second you are just confronted with something that would make anybody just lose their shit.
Yeah, I remember.
It's pretty amazing how they did
I
that
remember
show.
seeing that when I was a kid, and I'm like, fuck.
But getting back to Alien, I was letting you guys say your piece. Let me tell you what I think. I gave up after I watched that piece of shit third movie. So I have never watched anything.
Dude, they
past
should
the
have
third
done
one.
the last
Never had.
movie after that
So,
fourth
and they are not. I watched they had the trailer before Deadpool when we went this weekend.
Yeah, that's kind of why I brought it up, because it's coming out in 2 weeks.
They're going back to the original horror version of it, is what it looks like to me. Am I wrong, fellas? Have you seen that trailer?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, less action.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
trying to
member
copy
berries.
the original
There's nothing wrong with member berries, okay?
No.
Oh, I know.
As long as it's done in the right
Yeah,
context.
but it doesn't look like it's done in the right way.
I don't
like Deadpool Wolverine, perfect example of member berries done right.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this is the deal.
I'm an A-list member, so I get 3 movies a week I can go see for free. Or for
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, go enjoy. It's just I checked out. I've never seen any of these things that they've made. I haven't seen Alien versus Predator. I haven't seen any of that stuff.
Oh, yeah, I've only seen a couple of the movies. I don't even think I've watched through all the movies.
The best one, and of course I haven't seen them all, but the best one to me is Aliens. I love Aliens.
Yeah.
The second one by James Cameron. I think it is fantastic. I love that movie. But I love the first one too, though, in a different way. They're two different movies. The first one is a straight up horror movie in space, and the second one is an all out 80s action movie.
Yep.
What? And I'm going to describe this very badly, but I feel like what was the other one? Species. Species was another one around that same time.
Great premise.
That one was
or
crazy.
execution. You know what I mean? That's what a great looking girl in it. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember that, and I remember like killing a guy in the bathroom stall or some shit. Like,
and she does really well on the con circuit. She does go to see her. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Prometheus. When they come out with Prometheus, I will say this: it's an interesting movie. It did not feel like Alien or Aliens, and it didn't have the same effect for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was an interesting movie. It wasn't bad, but it didn't hold up to the originals.
Yeah. You really gotta.
He's done 2 movies now, but keeps skipping along the timeline, and then doesn't. He doesn't continue the story like the originals did. You had 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 was shit. I actually did like 4. A lot of people Resurrection. A lot of people don't like it, but I still like it because it had, Ripley. It had Winona Ryder and Ripley in it, and then some of the, better cast in that. But then you have the new ones where he went back in time, and then you see the origin of everything. You see the second movie, they leave it off, the ship going off into, and then now we're at this. We're like, okay, what happened to you said you're going to do the next movie in that one.
Well,
it feels to me like they're trying to recreate Ripley too hard.
Yeah, they are, because you seen the scene. There's a scene from the second movie in that trailer that they recreated, and I was like, no, bro.
Here's the problem: it's going to be hard to recapture Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's so unique.
I'll just use my Master Ball, but okay.
Look, Vince says the original moviegoers were totally blindsided when Dallas bought it.
Yeah,
you should find there's extra footage on some of this stuff. You should see the one where you can see Dallas cocooned in it. It's pretty wild.
It's nuts. Because I have when that big box set came out with 1, 2, 3, and 4, I bought that.
Mm-hmm.
That big, huge Alien trilogy box set. I got that for Christmas one year. So.
This is, I tell you, one of the greatest. And hang on a second, he's fitting to give Ariel what she's asking for. It's dog time. Is he going to get up there?
He doesn't howl.
Don't
as
force
much
him.
anymore.
You don't have to force him.
Get on the camera, dog.
That dog loves him, man. That dog gets upset when he screams too long.
Well, he's chilled out over time, though.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was still going wild earlier. I had to shut the door.
Yep, that's him. That's the dude right there. Yep.
Yeah. Back when we used to do the older streams, you'd hear him in the background going, "Ooh!"
Vincent saw that scene. It was on Blu-ray. Yeah, absolutely. And Arrow says, "Oh, yeah, he's a great."
I just thought I'd bring it up. I saw the.
I'm glad you did because it gives me the opportunity to plead my case for why I just checked out of it, man. I mean, that third movie, they kill. two of the favorite characters, Newt and the guy that helped her out the whole time. What's his name? Doesn't Michael Biehn play him in the movie? I can't remember the character's name, but he's the grunt that ends up being in charge.
Yeah.
They're both alive, and they're killed off screen. The only one still alive is fucking Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, but then she does the face plant at the end, you know?
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. The whole thing with it just sucked.
3 was just a shit show.
It just sucked.
It
did. 3
3
was a shit show. And
Yeah,
then
it was
they
horrible.
kind of brought it back.
Had
with
some
the
good
4th
actors
one.
in it. I'll give
Yeah.
it that. It had some really good actors in it, but man,
Yeah.
what a bad movie.
3 was such a shit show.
It was horrible. And
It
I've
did.
never watched an Alien movie since.
Resurrection.
I don't feel like I need to. This trailer we've got in the theater, it looks like a higher tech version of the first movie.
That's
I've
what
seen
they
it.
want you to know. But it you know, Alien
I don't know.
Isolation was awesome.
If there, I was just thinking if there was a movie theater nearby up there. I don't know the area at all near Dulles Expo Center, so I don't know if there is a theater nearby. Because I'm gonna get a hotel up there, but I might go see something Friday night. Maybe I'll just do Twisters or something.
Go see Twisters, dude. You'll like it. Yeah.
I think the studio screwed that with that movie.
Oh, yeah, they did.
I have no clue.
I agree with you, Vince, because 3 is just so disconjointed.
Look, once I check out of something, I still haven't seen the 2 new Ghostbusters movies.
Okay.
Because
I
the second one was
that good.
And it wasn't as good as the first one. So I was like, well, they're gonna keep getting worse.
I'm just not a big Ghostbuster fan. So.
Yeah. Well, I love the first one. I
watched the first. Hey, who hasn't watched the first one? Yeah.
Afterlife was a pretty good movie. It was a good send off for.
It was.
That's what I keep hearing, and me and my wife are thinking about watching that one. But this Frozen Empire was dumb
The
as shit.
second one, the audience is now teenagers.
Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah.
That movie's not for me. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, okay. Let's get back to the. Definitely good conversation. Not.
Kay just saw Afterlife. I showed it to her the other
You guys
day,
want to?
so.
You guys want to talk about this stuff? Just hit me up. We got plenty of time. Sometimes we're going to finish the stuff I've got early, guys. But yeah, MASH was a fantastic show. And as we always say about that one, Gary Berghoff was the only character to play the same role in both the movie and the television series. He was the only one to all the characters are the same. The only one that didn't make it to the television show for obvious reasons was Spear Chucker Jones. He didn't make it. But he was a great character in the movie. But anyway, here we go. Spaced. Now that's got to be a British comedy.
It was a good show. It was a good show. Yeah.
It has Simon Pegg's rant about the Phantom Menace in it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Really? I'm gonna have to check that out then. Spaced, huh?
Yeah, Spaced is a good show, dude.
Yeah. A little weird at first.
Taken in comic book shops, rave culture, and video games.
Yeah,
well, that's
it's a good
perfect.
show.
That sounds great.
It's a good show.
So this is the precursor to
Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, right?
Nah, I'm thinking more recent, the TV show
Big
about
Bang
the
Theory.
nerds.
Yeah,
Big Bang Theory. Yeah. This is the British Big Bang Theory. Got it. Okay.
Gotcha.
This is probably where they got the idea for Big Bang, basically.
Okay.
It's a million times better than Big Bang.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Andor's on this list.
Andor.
Yeah. Now that's the final.
No.
That is the final nail in the coffin for this list.
I liked it.
They put it at
I can
53.
name 99 television shows better than
Wait,
that one.
they put Andor higher than a fucking Twilight Zone. You're retarded.
Yeah, they are retarded.
Yeah, that's part of the content, guys. Is that this
that's
list
part of why
probably
we
isn't the
talk
best.
about it. Yes.
This is just a list that I found.
Yeah,
That's all
that
it
This
is.
Twilight
is,
Zone.
in my opinion, this is the best Disney Star Wars has done. Was this show right here?
TV show,
get into it. Yeah, the television show on the streaming service. I think it's the best one they've made.
Now, we discussed this at length. I hated the first 5 episodes.
Yeah,
I was almost done with it, and I don't quit shows easily, especially when it comes to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I didn't quit Ahsoka. I didn't quit Acolyte. So I wasn't going to quit this one, but I was very close after as soon as there was some background into the Empire's bureaucracies, I was instantly hooked, and it got 10 times better after that.
Okay.
Because I had never been seen before.
Well, we've talked about this show at length. We did. You can see an entire review series of it. We did. If you go back in the playlist, all my stuff's on playlist too. By the way, guys, you can see us talking about all this stuff. But if I remember correctly, the thing that you really liked was the inner workings of the Empire, right?
Yeah. We never get that. We've never gotten that. Like
Mhm.
how the hell are they controlling millions of planets?
Yeah.
You know, and trying to how does their government work? You know, and all that good stuff. And then the show in general got better after the first 5 episodes. Were just god awful boring. Slow burn, the slowest of
yes,
burns.
it was. But the one character I had so many questions about was that one that I thought was going to murder his mother at any second for now.
yeah.
That's
I
the
was
one that
rooting for that romance. Him and that officer.
Right.
I was all for it. I wanted that to happen so much, and I hope it still does.
All right, let's see what number 52 is, man.
All right.
Black
Black
Mirror.
Mirror.
I hear nothing but good things about this show. I've never
Some
seen it.
episodes are others are better. You got the bad episodes and you got the good episodes.
So is this like the Orville kind of thing?
No, they do everything was totally different, and they have most of them on Netflix now.
It's like a modernized version of Outer Limits.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right.
There's more bad episodes than there are good ones in my
So
opinion.
is it a story or is it just different
it's
stories?
An anthology series.
It's an
Different
anthology series.
Okay. All right. So that means that each episode is a different story.
And
maybe some two-parters here and there.
Yeah, it's extremely dark at times too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about this show. I've heard, like Jed said, that it's up and down sometimes, but
Yeah, it is.
Overall, it's a good show.
If you want to watch it, go on Netflix. You see all of them.
Cool. And they're still making them, apparently.
Yeah, they are. Netflix picked it up. So
Yeah, it got picked up for another season.
yeah.
Okey-doke. Next.
One of those shows I
Arrested
never got
Development.
into.
Yeah, me either.
I can agree with, but it needs to be higher up than lower. You know, I don't think it deserved in the top 50 slots when you have things like MASH and Outer Limits and Twilight Zone up higher.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Did you ever watch this one, Wook? John?
Arrested Development, yeah, it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I just know the guy in the back with the bald head and the mustache paints himself blue at some point. That's all I know.
That's all you need to know about this show.
What's that fella's name right in the front of the camera, right up
Jason
front?
Bateman?
Yeah, Jason Bateman. I will watch anything with that guy in it. I had no idea he was on this show. This must have been where he got his start. Because
isn't.
I've never watched a movie with him in it that I didn't like. I really. I mean, he's usually not the main guy. And what's funny is, I haven't. There's a couple of movies that I want to see. I just haven't had the time to watch him yet. Like, was he in Game Night? That one where they. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, and I want to see it.
He's also in The Sweetest Thing too, which is a good, funny movie.
He's been around since the 80s.
Yeah.
Justine Bateman's brother.
He was a
Sis
family
Mallory
wife
from,
for an episode or two, too.
I just remember everybody uses that thing from Dodgeball, where he's the announcer on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Pays off. It's too damn funny.
And they were like trying to quit or something like that.
Right.
It's a bold strategy.
All right, next.
Okay, this is a travesty.
Yeah.
It is a travesty.
What I understand, a lot of people regard this as the best Trek ever.
No, not the best.
I'm
Trek
not
ever.
in that camp. My favorite Trek is the OG. But,
I think it's better. I think it's better than the original series.
Yeah.
It's better than Next Generation, but not better than the original series.
Well, I plan to watch every single Star Trek thing ever, so I will let you know.
He's never seen it, guys. He's never.
I watched the first episode of the first Star Trek series, and that's all as far as I've gotten.
Now, me personally, it was a star base. It was Deep Space Nine is a star base, and it just didn't. Well, first of all, guys, me and my wife actually tried to revisit Next Generation the other day, and I can't get past Picard.
That first season is so bad.
Yeah, I just
You got to get past that first season, and then
I
it gets
know.
really good.
I know, but I just can't get past that first season, brother. I'm
Then just
telling you,
skip
I
it then.
can't do
Fuck
it.
it.
It's only next gen's only good when Riker has the beard.
Yep.
Okay.
Riker's a Giga Chad when he has a beard.
Is that the measuring stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad.
Oh, he has
Riker,
honey, he has a beard. It's getting good now.
It's getting good now.
Riker goes full Giga Chad in that show.
But you
That's
know, this
funny.
must have been good because Sci-Fi made a show just like it. And actually, now, John, you'd know more about this than me. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Babylon 5 or this one? Which one came first?
Actually, Babylon 5. I think Babylon 5.
It was Babylon 5 was first.
Babylon 5 was developed first.
Yeah.
Because JMS went to. If I understand the story right, he went to was involved in the early development of Deep Space Nine or something. They came out. Yes, they came out the same year, but I think Babylon 5 development was earlier, and then they copied it for Deep Space Nine and got it out faster.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, because I've heard rumors that one of them actually was trying to mirror the other one and that kind of thing, but I do know that the formula is kind of the same for both shows.
Only the fact they take place on a space station. That's it.
Really?
That's the only thing that's the the same.
Okay. Borrowed elements, huh? Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. But this, I do have to say, when I rank the movies, one of the Next Generation movies is number 3 on my list. I always place Wrath of Khan first, then The Undiscovered Country is my second favorite one, and then number 3 is First Contact. I think that is a really great movie. I think that I think they really knocked it out of the park with that one. It had the one thing that I always want to see: an entire fleet fighting another space force. And when they have that scene where the entire fleet is taking on that cube, I just thought that was one of the greatest fucking things I ever saw in a movie, man. I thought it was fantastic.
Star Trek movies, only the even numbers are the best ones.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We don't talk about the even numbers, right? We don't talk about the odd numbered movies. Yeah. We don't talk about
Well, now the thing is, I like 3 because I actually edited 2, 3, and 4 to be a single movie.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
That's one,
and
2, 3,
I've
4
got
is one story.
My favorite Kirk line is in 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
what
iconic.
Does God need with a starship?
What does God need with a starship? It is an iconic line.
Yeah.
No doubt about it, man. Yes, absolutely. But anyway, yeah, Deep Space Nine, it's one of the better ones from what I understand. I never watched it. Like I said, I couldn't watch Next Generation. I like everybody else. I think everybody's seen Encounter at Farpoint, that 2-hour premiere they did.
Yeah.
But after that, I've dropped off of that pretty fast,
Well, yeah.
But anyway, okay, Knock, scroll it up. What's next?
Oh, no.
This one's 49?
Yeah.
Wow. That needs to be a lot higher.
Dude, they have Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, MASH, all higher up.
Lower. Not
Lower
higher.
than they should be.
Yeah.
Than they should be. This one here, actually, me and Rhonda are watching it again for I think this is our 4th watch through of it. We're in the middle of season 3 with the prison and everything.
You know the part where I threw up my hands at was...
What's that?
Now, hey guys, hang on. Before we go any further on this, disclaimer, I've only watched the end of The Walking Dead.
Oh,
so
shit.
Please do not mention anything of anything that came after this.
Oh, the spinoffs? Yeah, we're not going to talk about the spinoffs.
I'm talking about
That's all I'm saying. I've watched all of this show.
Yeah.
And Fear of the Walking Dead I don't care about. So
Okay, so, Joe, what season when they were trying to look for the little girl all season?
Oh, that's the 2nd season.
That was really early on.
That was where I called bullshit on the show. Because at the end of the 2nd season, I was like, I said this to every single person. I said, watch out. At the end of the season, she gonna come walking out of the barn as a fucking zombie. And I was dead on.
Okay. So what's the problem with that, though?
It seemed pretty obvious.
I don't see why you're throwing a fit.
Well, it's because we're like, oh, we don't know where she's at, and like, dude, the guy was feeding her the whole time, you know. And I'm like,
well, I mean, they were trying to cover it up. So I mean,
I
it
was
makes
like,
sense
dude,
that why would they tell them where she is if they're trying to cover it up?
But it was so fucking obvious, and I struggled through that season because it was so bad.
Well, you did, and you missed a lot of really cool shit. That's all I can tell you. Because
there was cool shit, but that one part kind of ruined that season for me.
Well,
the last one I watched,
I definitely
sniping his wife.
What's that?
The last episode I watched was the guy up in the house sniping his wife. It's like season 2. It just didn't. That showed
the black guy with the son.
Morgan.
Yeah, I've seen them all. It's just that kind of I was like soured me a little bit on the show.
My buddy was like, "How can you not love this show? It's the #1 show in the world." I said, "Well, people voted fucking Obama in twice."
I know, right?
Well, you know, and what killed me, and I mentioned this before whenever we talked about Walking Dead, but what killed me for a couple seasons, because I definitely took a hiatus, and I didn't come back to like season 9, I think after Alexandria, because there was too many episodes where, and the one I always think back to is where they have the husband of the mayor in Alexandria and that little kid, and the husband is in architecture, and he's teaching that kid, you know, things that he did, like the walls, building his plan for extension, and it was a plan of the future, right? And it was kind of the point, you know, plans for the future for and all that stuff. And then they both die.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck did we just do all that for? Like, why are we character developing people that are just gonna die?
You're gonna get munched, right?
I said this,
and that threw me off. That's what turned me off so much, was that I can't stand wasted time.
My daughter had the same complaint. She said that there's no hope on this show. Every time you get into somebody, they get whacked. She said, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I have the same. I agree with your wife, Joe. Every time you got invested, they died.
Well,
no, that's not my wife. My little girl, Amanda.
Oh,
my wife.
Okay, yeah.
No. My wife. She has a friggin' Walking Dead wall over here. I can show you. Yeah. And she matter of fact, she's going to get the governor's signature here this month. He's coming to GeekCon. So no, my wife watches everything. That has to do.
Sorry.
Shush for a second. Just for a second. Knock couldn't have a conversation with her because she would tell him in detail everything about New World, Fear the Walking Dead, freaking the 2 spinoffs they've got right now, all that stuff. You know, she's a big nut. Me personally, when I checked out of it, was after the War with the Saviors, because then it got really it got lame. I mean, it really did.
It did. It did get lame.
Some of the stuff with the Whisperers was cool, but
I think the Whisperers got me back, especially once I found out that Beta was Ryan Hurst, who is one of my most underrated favorite actors.
Oh my God, yeah, he's a really good actor. He is, absolutely. But yeah, look, they did something right on this show, because you hear us all talking about it and everything. It was a landmark show on television. It really was. It may be the last. I'd say Game of Thrones has the moniker of the last water cooler show. You know, where people had to watch it and see, and talk about it the next day at work. Right.
I think the one thing that helped it for me too was that at the same time, Z Nation was out as well.
Yeah.
And Z Nation. Yeah. Now, this is not everyone's flavor. I get it. Z Nation was the complete opposite of The Walking Dead. This was Zombieland not taking zombies seriously at all.
Oh, cool.
And it's like, and everyone can die. Like there wasn't a main character in that show.
Yeah.
They had the one guy from Lost, the black dude, that would always go after his son. He died like in the first episode, so he was probably the most famous guy on that show, and he died within the first episode or like that.
Vince, hang on one second, guys. Vince, I got to tell you, I didn't watch it for a long time, and then I finally, my wife and I were looking for something to watch because we didn't want to watch The Walking Dead for a 4th time, and just recently I did watch it, and it is good. It's worth a watch, brother. You should check it out. You would enjoy that show.
Mr. Beast is cooked.
Cooked.
You know.
What
did he lose his Prime deal?
Internal memo just dropped. We are going, it says, as your leader, I take responsibility and I am committed to continue to improve and evolve my leadership style. Well, we've been mostly focused on creating content, launching festivals, and building our community and leading our philanthropic efforts. I recognize that I also need to create a culture that makes all of our employees feel safe and allows them to do their best work. Therefore, along with Jess Hausenbold, our new president and COO, we'll be hiring a new chief human resources officer, chief financial officer, and general counsel, along with other roles to add capacity and competencies to foster a better internal culture as we continue to grow. To start off, we'll be hiring a new HR chief human resources officer. We're bringing in a seasoned leader to help us build a more inclusive environment and a world-class HR team. There will be a mandatory training. We are implementing mandatory training sessions on sexual and safety, LGBTQ diversity activity training, and workplace conduct for all employees. There will be listening sessions. Jeff will be holding listening sessions across the company here directly from employees about their experiences and ideas for improvement.
Is this about that Ava dude?
Yeah, Beast knew what was going on because that was his best bud.
Well, it doesn't matter because this is going to directly affect their content.
Oh, I know it is. It's going to be gone. It's going to be shit now.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. Let's not forget to tell the folks it's not only about one of his employees talking to younglings. It's not just that.
Yeah.
It's also about. Have you seen the stuff that one of his ex-employees has put out?
Yeah.
That guy worked for him for less than 90 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know.
And it's safe to say that he got the job there just to report on this shit.
Right. Yeah.
You know. It's not like a long-term employee rolling over.
No,
a lot of it is insinuated. A lot of it is insinuated and opinion. But there is a lot of stuff that goes along with what he said.
Well, did you see the one about the Rubik's Cube competition where he paid the guy that was killing it to get out of it, to give the girls a better chance to get to get a win? I mean, I don't know, man. This guy really, I've never been a big fan. Never have.
It's just like saying people don't cheat on game shows.
Color me shocked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. We're not shocked.
It's entertainment.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, let's speak. Go ahead. Wrap that up, buddy.
About people like that. Stop making stupid people famous.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I really like Jimmy. I like Jimmy as a content creator and the way his brain works.
Yeah. Well, he definitely knows how to work the algorithm. That's how he got where he was. He figured that out quick.
Well, and also, if you listen to him talk about content creation and the way he goes about things, the thought process behind it, he still doesn't live a lavish life, even though he has all that money. Some of his coworkers do, but he still lives a pretty normal life. He's not, driving Lamborghinis and all that on a regular basis. So,
smart guy, because you never know when it'll be gone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, we'll see what happens with that coming up. Wrong page. There we go. So we'll definitely have to add that to the tour next week. I didn't really want to talk about it until we got more information on that stuff because there's a lot of speculation.
He's totally fucked now.
Yeah. Well, this is the deal. You'll know he's totally fucked whenever he loses his Prime deal. That's because he's got a show that's being developed for Prime, and they're supposed to start shooting
right now.
Yeah, it's being shot right now. So if he loses that, then guess what? Yeah, he really is fucked.
Is it on Amazon?
It's going to be on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
you said Prime.
Yeah, let me.
What other Primes do you know, Jed?
Yeah, Prime.
I thought you were talking about the drink.
No, I'm talking about Amazon
that's
Prime.
Freaking Logan Paul.
That's Logan Paul.
No, this is being done by Amazon Prime, the network. So if he loses that deal, then he's really screwed, no doubt. Okay, so I think we've beaten the dead to death. What's next?
Oh wait! Look at that.
48?
Isn't that just a travesty right there, Joe?
Top 10.
It is. It's top 10.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's flying
top
circus.
10.
Come on, we all stayed up late as kids to watch this show. Come on, man.
Yeah,
I used to watch it on LPB.
What Vince said, he bent a knee, literally. So.
I have the Holy Grail box set though.
I have it too.
Gotcha. Yeah. That statement sure sounds like it for sure, Vince. Yeah. You got the box set of the entire series. Nice. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Their movies are really funny. They've made some great movies. The Life of Brian, The Holy Grail. They've made some great stuff, but it's kind of like Cheech and Chong. If you've seen their movies, they're cool, but you gotta listen to the albums to really get Cheech and Chong. You know what I'm saying? And with this one, you really got to watch The Flying Circus to see where all the ideas they came up with that led to those movies came from. Because my God, I think the funniest bit, my favorite bit on Monty Python's Flying Circus, I can't remember what it was called. It's an Olympics, but it's not a handicap. Might have been
it's that one, yeah.
No. Just listen. They've got the Upper Twit of the Year award thing, but that's not the one I'm talking about. It's like a handicapped Olympics. I can't remember exactly what they called it, but they had like the 100 meters for people with no sense of direction. The guy shoots the gun off and they scatter instead of running in the lanes.
Yeah.
Right. And then they had the marathon for the people with weak bladders, and the guy's calling it like a fucking horse race because there's somebody in front, and then all of a sudden they dive into the trees to go take a piss, and then the next guy, they keep running in and out of the trees to go take a leak. It's fucking hilarious. They had the 50 meters for non-swimmers. They're all up there at the blocks.
Apparently it's just called the Silly Olympics, I guess.
I can't remember what
that's
it was
all
called.
I can find. It just says Silly Olympics.
It might be Silly Olympics.
It's saying that's the sketch.
But my God, it's so fucking funny. You would just fall out, man.
I will say with Monty Python, though, you either get it or you don't.
Yeah, my wife hates it. She can't stand British humor. She's like, I just don't get it. And I'm like, nah, look, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I think Holy Grail was the only one that really resonated with me. But
yeah,
that's about it. I didn't really know much of the other stuff.
The Other Side of Life, that one.
The Other Side of Life? You mean The Life of Brian? Is that one?
No, The Meaning of Life. It's called
The Meaning of Life.
Okay, The Meaning of Life. That one. Yeah. That one and The Holy Grail, two of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Look, The Flying Circus is one of the best TV shows ever made, man. That should be a lot higher on this list.
That should be in the top 10 right
Let's see if we can get down to 45 before we get out of here. My luck, they'll have some. Okay,
Wait,
this is
stranger?
a show. Okay, listen. You guys are probably not going to understand this, but I have a friend that told me about this show, and he said, "Joe, it's us when we were in school." I was like, "What?" So I watched about 6 episodes of it and turned it off. I understood, he's talking about them playing Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that, but my God, man, it went nowhere. And
this shouldn't be lower than Flying Circus.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you mean higher?
Higher.
We're going up the chain here, but we're going up the chain. As the numbers go down, we're going higher up in spaces. But I'd never watched anything past the first 6 episodes of it. I know people love this show. And I understand that.
Yeah, this was one of those ones that I watched because of pop culture. I didn't watch like the first 3 seasons, and then the 4th season came out. Everyone was so hyped about it. I was like, all right, I'll watch I binged the first 3 seasons, and then the 4th season came out. It was fine. And now we got to wait like 3 years until the last season comes out or whatever. And they're all grown up.
It's got considerably worse every season.
Okay, John, what did you say?
I said the next season starting this fall.
Right, but at the time, it was like 3 years.
Yeah. And Jed, what did you say?
It's got considerably worse every season.
Has it? Okay.
Yeah.
I heard the last season.
It's fine.
Was pretty good.
It's fine.
I disagree. One of the best episodes ever was in this last season.
Yeah, well,
they had a Metallica. They had a Metallica theme scene.
That was like one of the biggest badass things to ever do.
I'm not even a Metallica fan, so
yeah. And he was playing that on that. I will say that, but Wookie,
did you see this show?
No, I did not. I never got into it.
I've seen every season.
I didn't pay for Netflix at the time, so
yeah. I'm just. Yeah, I couldn't get into it, man.
There's certain shows that I watched just because of pulp. Like the other one I watched because of pop culture was Squid Games.
Squid Game,
which turns out to be really good.
And it looks like I've got to watch that here pretty soon because we're going to have
it's a
season
pretty
2
wicked
coming
one.
up. So
I can't wait for that next season of Squid Games, man.
Yeah. The premise just doesn't sound good to me, but anyway,
this is not the let your kids watch it kind of movie.
It's not a snowflake show. Let's put it that way.
I understand. Okay, what's the next one? Let's see if we can get 2 more in before we get the Watchmen television show.
This shouldn't even be on the list.
What in the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even know.
It shouldn't
Go
be on
past
here.
this. We're not even going to talk about that piece of
Can we
shit.
just go past? Go past.
Yes, just pass.
Hannibal.
Now this, okay.
I never
we
actually
can
watched
stop
this. I
here at
wanted to,
45.
but
I don't
really
think
get
it
into
merits being this high, but this is actually a pretty good show, guys. If you've never watched it, Mads Mikkelsen is great in it as Hannibal Lecter. I don't know who the actor is that plays. This has to do with the relationship between the guy from Red Dragon and Hannibal Lecter. Has nothing to do with Jodie Foster.
Hugh Dancy plays Will.
Yeah, and it's really good, guys. This is a pretty good show. It really is. I've heard a lot of people say that this is kind of the forerunner to Dexter, kind of thing. And
this came out after Dexter.
Was it after Dexter? Could have been NBC trying to cash in on that kind of thing by doing a Hannibal Lecter show. But yeah, Mads sells it. You got it, man, for sure. He does.
Oh, he's great. I just never got into the show because I didn't like. It wasn't. They were trying to fill in a bunch of stuff that we really didn't need filled in.
No, we didn't.
Yep.
And that's the problem with some of these prequel things they try to do, especially in a television series type setting. But man, Mads Mikkelsen is really good as Hannibal Lecter, though. I don't know what it is about that part, but they've had some really great actors play him. What was the guy's name that played him in Manhunter? We saw him in so many movies. I want to say it's not Cox. It's not Rip Torn. Hang on, I'll have to look it up real quick.
Well, I know Will is played by Peterson from
William
CSI.
Peterson.
Yeah, William Peterson from CSI. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, for sure. Let's see, X2. That's where I remember this guy from. He played what's his name? God blast it. Stryker. He played Stryker in this. Where is he? Come on.
Oh, the X-Men 2.
Yeah. Brian Cox. His last name was Cox. I was thinking Ronnie Cox, from RoboCop, kept going through my head, and I said, I know that's wrong. That's not it. Brian Cox plays Hannibal Lecter in Maneater, and he's fantastic at it, man. He's really good. And then, of course, you got the Academy Award winner that played him, and this guy, Mads Mikkelsen, dude, he does a fantastic job. It's worth watching a few episodes of it just to see him do his thing because he's really good in the part, man. Yeah, he's fantastic. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. We got a lot of those TV shows knocked down. Let me write down where we're at. We just did 45, so the next one we need is 44, right? Double 4. I can remember that. But I better write it down anyway because I am 59 years old now. Ugh. Getting there, guys. Getting there. Okay. So, anybody want to push anything before we get out of here? Speaking mainly to Wookiee there.
I'm getting ready to do another record a Let's Play when I get out of here. Just dropped a new one today. Day 28 Horde on 7 Days to Die. On the gaming channel. Go check it out. It's only got 17 subs.
Uh-oh. The gaming channel. Got to go hit that up for Wookiee.
So, hey, Wookiee, send that to me and I'll put it in.
Yeah, you got to you got to,
and I'll put it in chat.
Put the link in the private chat, and he'll throw it in there. He's a wrench on my channel.
Yeah,
believe it or not, somebody besides my brother.
Yeah.
But anyway, John, you got anything you want to push besides what I'm already going to push for you?
Yep.
Jed, how close are we on Friday nights?
I'm
not ready yet. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, not ready yet. I'm closer than I was because I want to make sure it's good,
Okay, brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, thanks for being here. You're watching State of the Atmosphere, our pop culture show. We do it every week. You'll always get the Sweeney Spot. We're done with Game of Thrones for right now, and we'll talk about whatever pops up in the next week in pop culture. We're talking movies, and we'll have more of the top TV show list and look, I can't vouch for the guys that wrote that after seeing some of the stuff where they've placed it. Come on, give me a break. But anyway, we do this every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Come check it out. We always have a lot of fun. Later on tonight, it will be the last Papa Joe Gamer After Dark on Wednesday. I'm canceling it on Wednesdays and just going to do it on Tuesdays. 2 nights in a row of drinking is really messing up my art time. So I'm going to concentrate more on my comic book and do a little less of the staying up late thing. So come by and check us out. We're going to be playing the next part of Brutal Legend. I started it last week whenever me and Martin's game didn't work out too well. So come check that out, and we'll continue it on next Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time tonight. And next Tuesday, you can see the next 2 parts of my playthrough of Brutal Legend back when Jack Black was cool. And that's such a moron. Come check that out tonight at 10. And then next up is Friday afternoon, Sketching the Privateer, the thing I need to concentrate more on, and the reason why I'm canceling the Wednesday show, because I'm going along at a snail's pace, and I really want to get into it, man. And by the way, let me take this opportunity to tell you about my Subscribe Star page. I need to be pushing my stuff a little bit more here, so you guys go check out the Subscribe Star page. I give you updates on what's coming up. And also you can see all the behind the scenes stuff, man, like the pages I've already plotted for the comic book, the artwork in it and stuff. You can see all of that here. You see all the artwork for $5. You see all the written stories, the plot for the comic books, the origin stories and stuff. Knock read all this stuff, a decade ago? And it's on here for $1 if you guys want to see it. But anyway, you can come check that out at Subscribe Star on my Subscribe Star page, and I'll throw the link in there. I want you to go by in there and check that out. But I'm going to be getting out of the Wednesday night show so I can work on this more. And you can come watch me do it live every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time on Sketching the Privateer. So come check that out, guys. For sure. And then later on Friday evening, it's game night with John on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Knox shows up there. Jed does when he's not busy. And they play through the Walking Dead Telltale series. You're still working on Michonne, is that correct,
Yeah,
John?
we're going to finish up Michonne.
Okay.
We'll do the last episode, and then we'll start on season 3.
Okay. All right. Very good, man. Well, look, tune in, support them over on Pop Culture Minefields channel at 8 p.m. Central Time on Friday. And then, of course, Sundays at 5 p.m. Central Time, it's the Brothers Hack the Matrix. My brother Highlander and I clue you into everything that there is to do with the clown show that is 2024 through the week's headlines. Check it out every Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Central Time before you head into work the next day and be all caught up on everything in the political sphere and pop culture spheres and sports. We talk about all of it. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time, the Brothers Hack the Matrix. And then Monday, on Military Monday on Pop Culture Minefield, we got a heck of a good show, man. Captain Dale Dye, one of the coolest dudes on the planet. Good friend of Gary's. Gary does a lot of work for him. And they're friends too. And we're going to be talking Starship Troopers on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. I've been on a stream with Captain Dye before, and he's a very cool dude. Very, very humble guy. And I don't know about you guys, but I always remember him in Platoon when he's on the radio telling his guys, hey, where are you going to retreat to? Tell your men to get in those holes and fight. You got no place to retreat to. But anyway, come check it out. We're going to be talking about Starship Troopers on Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then It's Only Talking Roll comes your way on Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. And this week, we're going to be getting into War Games, the classic movie with Matthew Broderick and Ali Sheedy and several others. Dabney Coleman's in this movie. He just passed away a couple months ago. You guys come check it out, man. It's a very cool movie. It's peak 80s stuff,
War Games is awesome, though.
War Games is awesome. Come check it out. It's about Matthew Broderick plays a teenage hacker. that likes to get into mess things up. You know,
It's pretty
And
good movie. Yeah.
You'll get to see how we had internet in the 80s. You
Oh.
had to get a phone and put
it
it
was
on the receiver.
dial-up was horrible.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But anyway,
Yeah.
come
What's
check
the
it out.
internet then?
Yeah, right. Come check it out this Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Central Time, and then it's back around to Tuesday night. Don't forget, like I said, Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. The third part of Brutal Legend will be on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time, and then it's right back around to State of the Atmosphere on Wednesday. So, for myself, the Knockster, John Das Wolfen, Jedster, and Wookie Be Bad, I want to thank you guys all for being here. Let's check the chat one more time and see what's going on over there. Yes, I knew she'd do it. Ariel says her tagline, until next time, everyone, stay out of trouble or don't get caught. I'll choose the don't get caught part. And for me, I want to tell you guys, thank you all for being here. And until we meet again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Oh,
You
what?
just fucked up the titties.
Yeah, I fucked it up. But you know what? I can
Oh,
fix
man,
it
this
too.
guy.
I can fix it. There you go. In the immortal words of Spicoli in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I can fix it. My dad got this killer set of
Guys,
tools.
The show's over. Go. Go.
Killer shit.
Go do something.
Super
Go
titties.
do something else.
Right? See you
We're
later,
done.
guys. Go touch some grass.
Bye.
We'll see you later at 10